I've caught up with Michael here on the Siemens booth to find out what's the latest with SIEAERO platform. And you guys launched a new sensor package back in June.
This year, yes.
What have you got?
The idea is behind that we have combined technology and sensors. And we are using, I would say, a unique multi-sensor system which we have developed by our own.
Okay.
With up to five color cameras, LiDAR sensors, corona sensors, different infrared sensors, and give us the possibility to combine and correlate between the sensor systems.
So it's an entire sensor package, if you like, with all of these technologies built in that
yes.
you fly once over the transmission line.
You're right, and the most advantage thing is that we can take all data at the same time, we can correlate, and we can feed our algorithm in a later stage and analyze it with our trained algorithm, anomalies and degrees of anomalies.
And when we were chatting last year, one of the perceived benefits that I've seen with you guys is it's one thing capturing all of the data.
Yep.
It's another thing making sense of it. So you need to know what you're looking for in terms of, here's lots of data, LiDAR cloud of a transmission line. Now, how do I analyze it to know what's right and what's wrong, what needs to be fixed and replaced?
That's a tricky question. So often a lot of customers are asking this. As you can imagine, we need a lot of positive and negative faults to have, I would say, right now a accuracy or a level of a degree of accuracy that in a commercial run you can work out. And then that is also that we have launched our product with a limited possibility,
right,
which we are able to achieve, and step by step now we are growing. We are growing our artificial intelligence, our algorithm, and also the benefit for the customer.
Now, Michael, when we met up last year, you had the big, cool eye candy. Today, the sensor package that you've put together, that's being operated by a commercial helicopter flight. And that's not anything to do with the technology in the UAV or the drone. That's simply the regulations don't allow you to fly beyond visual line of sight with such a device.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. Schiebel and Lufthansa are our two partners which we are cooperating with, are working on this as well. And as long as the legal regulations are not in place, we only can fly with our commercial or with our traditional or conventional helicopter, as you mentioned.
And you know, I've been following the drone business from my previous role and with various utility companies across the globe. It's almost the same in most places. It's not the technology, it's the integrating into the flight management system, the UTMs and whatever. It's coming, but it's taken a long time.
You're absolutely right.
And one quick question in terms of, you have some examples here of it's what you capture, and then how do you train the system to figure out what's good or bad?
Yeah, out of our sensor system, we can make an inventory out of that, as you can see here, different cameras, different sensors, and then we have the possibility to combine with infrared corona and normal traditional pictures, color pictures, to see anomalies and to look in our algorithm, which we have trained if there are anomalies which we have.
Because you have so many of those sensors, the corona,
exactly,
the LiDAR, etc., all in the one package. So I fly once and I gather all the data as opposed to having multiple flights with a different sensor every time.
Yeah.
And then trying to were they at the same angle and whatever.
Yeah, and all data are taken at the same time. So you have no difference between what you see in infrared or in corona. So you have really 100%, I would say, view on the components.
At that point in time, because as you say, I have the pictures from this week and I have the infrared from last week and whatever, right?
If this makes sense, it's up to you.
That's a valid point.
Our philosophy is we have a real one-to-one comparison between sensors at the same time.
And you mentioned your first customer, sales of this out already, so obviously it's up and running.
Yes, you're right. So we have our first customer, a commercial customer, not pilots like Tenet and APG, which we are operating since 2.5 years now. So we are also happy to be on the market and to show our capabilities and performance.
Hey, cool, good stuff. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.